Let's go, guys. I'm back on vlogs. So, this is my first vlog in Bangkok. It's going to be exciting. It's been like, wow, such a long time. Like, the last time I did vlogs, been like, wow, I think 7 years ago or something, or even longer. So, it's going to be exciting. Something I wanted to do for a long time now. Like, my life in Thailand, my life in Bangkok for over 2 years I live here now. And I believe, especially as a natural pro bodybuilder, living here, living the life, I think it's very amazing for you guys to see that of like, hey, how I doing everything here, how I'm doing, like the training, the life, everything. So it's going to be very, very cool. So what you're going to see here is like today I wanted to document like more or less like a full day of like a full day of like what I'm doing, of like my training as well. So you can get a look about that. And then as well, like just a little bit about Thailand and Bangkok. Like I want to share a few things here, like of like how you can live here as a bodybuilder. So it's going to be very exciting. So mostly like documenting stuff. I'm now 8 weeks out from the first show of the season in Dubai. 10 weeks out of Taiwan. I think 14 weeks out of Germany, and then 17 weeks it is, I think, from WMBF Worlds in Boston. So also like documenting the shows, like it's almost like it's kind of like a prep ex Thailand kind of vlogging thing. And then we'll see in the future if I also document like the off season in here and do entries there. And this will be the plan with all of that. I just started my day. I did like some work in the morning, and that's usually how I'm doing it. Like waking up, doing like getting ready for the day. I like to start it with a meditation, with some reading, like to read books in the morning for a little bit, and then I start some work. And now I'm about to do my posing. So my posing is looking like 10 minutes of symmetry 6 days a week. So it's legit, like holding the front relaxed, the side relaxed, the back relaxed, without breaks in a total of 10 minutes. So I build up my stamina on stage. So this means like, especially, like you never did a bodybuilding show, you know, the first time you mostly I did highly, yeah, like highly think it's easier than it actually is, like standing up there. And they, especially with a natural shows, they keep you up quite long on stage. This means it can happen. I was like 1 hour on stage. I was last year, but very often you're up there for at least 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then holding it. I was like like for first, but I was like, damn, you should have done more stamina, because I was on stage like like almost dying. And then I started with the posing training like last year. Then I was like, oh no, man, now I'm looking like a military on stage. That is my goal. You want to look like that you don't break a sweat, right? It's called relaxed poses. They are very hard, but you want them to look very easy. And I highly believe this helps also with placings, even though like it helps in a way, like right, this presentation, like it's the same thing of like you have to have good posing, but you also have to look professional, because the thing is, like, if you feel look out of breath, you don't look professional, and that is super important. So now we're getting the posing down. Sometimes I do it right after waking up. It's like how I feel a little bit, but now I did a little work for all of that, so a little later than usual getting it down. And and from there I will do some steps in the treadmill here, like in my condo. I have like a very cool apartment gym, doing steps there. Usually I like to do like 3,000 or something before the gym, and then after going to the gym, and then we'll see. So from there we go. All right. So here we are getting the posing down. So I have like the small mirror right here. So I like to do it in front of a mirror, like at least the front and the side poses, putting some music on the background usually, and then just holding it. Just holding it. It's like one of those things which are extremely simple, right? With so many things. Like bodybuilding is per se also, it's simple but hard, and that is like one of the things of like, hey, there's no magic pill, you just need to do it. And and then keep on doing it. And it's boring, it is hard. Let me put it off. So that is basically like like what I'm doing. So just standing here and then like holding it up like this, and now I'm at the point where I can easily hold the front relaxed for like 3 minutes without breaking a sweat. So I hold it for 3 minutes and then I go over here, hold this for like 1 minute, 1.5. The back relax for like, yeah, like 1.5 minutes. And again, this pose for like a minute. And then here again, 1-2 minutes without the break. Like I don't like just chill. I always stay in a pose. And this for 10 minutes. I will keep it up for like, yeah, until I'm 3 weeks out. And then most likely when I'm 3 weeks out, I will increase that to like 15 to 20 minutes, right? Just before the show. Because if I do it now for too long, it's more like in a way of like, oh, just getting it away, right? I still want to be somewhat excited of doing it. And if I do now directly like 20 minutes, it would be like, 20 minutes doing it. But at 3 weeks out, I have like the basic stamina built up by then. And then at 3 weeks out, will be quite easy to get it up for like 15, 20 minutes. And then, yeah, and then from there, like, boom, going into the show and like not having to worry about, yeah, like stage stamina. So it's a big one. And obviously with like practicing the poses, highly underrated. So yeah, now getting it down. So alright, the posing is done, easy going. Before I forget, I also show you what I have like right after waking up in the morning. It's usually like one of those protein shakes right here and some coconut water and obviously some extra hydration right here. So now I'm doing about 3,000 steps. This will be the plan, and then coming back up and having my pre-workout meal. Then I take a shower. I always like to take a shower. I want to feel fresh before training. Put on my training clothes, and then boom, my gym is just like 7 minutes away from my condo. So that is super amazing, especially right now since there's like a monsoon season. So it means like it's raining a lot right now in Thailand. It can just come out unpredictable. And then it's like, yeah, even if it's raining, it's still hot. And if it's like 7 minutes, it's fine until I'm home if I get caught up in the rain. So this will be the plan, and I will also take you through the training with a few like explanations. So I put this mic on right here, and yeah, I'm going to flag the whole session. So this will be like mostly from today and some of the meals after, things like that. All right. Yo guys, so done with steps. I got 3,200-ish. Now we're having the pre-workout meal. What I like to have there is right now still like just like fruit. Like I have here like kiwi, pineapple, banana with some peanut butter, some honey inside. Here I have like 300 ml no-fat milk and 60 grams of whey. So that is my pre-workout currently. And yeah, that is like what I have for the most part during prep. And when things get like harder in a way, right? Like when appetite and stuff gets higher, usually I have a very similar meal. And what I like to do is either like having a cream of rice or frozen strawberries or frozen raspberries, putting it in the microwave, mixing that with whey. And that is usually like what I have throughout the prep as my meal one. So there we go, getting this down now, watching some YouTube while doing that, something like that, and then getting slowly ready. And then within an hour-ish, I will be, or like a little longer, like 60 to 90 minutes, I will be at the gym. Perfect timing. And this will be the plan. And let's go. Pre-workout is in. Very pumped. Upper body session is going down today. And yeah, back chair is a very long session, so yeah, but I will comment more on that during the session. Let's go. So I'm waiting for my crab bike here right now, so that is very convenient in Thailand. Like you can order like crab bikes to the gym. It's 7 minutes. It's like 50 baht, which is about a little bit more than €1 or something. So yeah, that is something of one of the things why I love living in Thailand. It's like the convenience of like 7-Eleven is all the time open. It's like I get everything there, like all my prep food, everything. 7-Eleven is like a 1 minute walk and it's open 24/7. Same thing with the prep bikes, so should be here in a little bit. And yeah, and with that we go. All right, here we go. Yes. So alright guys, we made it to the gym. I'm about to start with lat dominant rows. So I usually do like
3 to 4 warm-up sets on this movement, and then on all the other subsequent back movement, I just do like 1 warm-up set. With the push movements, do the same thing, like 2 or 3 warm-up sets, and on all the other warm-up sets, I do just 1 as a feeling set because I'm already warmed up. And yeah, we're about to start. So this right here, always a game changer. Like liquid chalk, I latch it like, especially on leg, but even upper body, I can't train without liquid chalk because I get quite sweaty hands. So this helps a lot. Like I can definitely get like another rep or 2 out of it just by having better grip. It's the same thing like why I train barefoot on like the leg press on RDLs. It's like, yeah, like that extra grip gives us in a sense more stability. So it's like one of, in my opinion, really very cheap worth it, like gym supplements in a way. And then obviously on all back stuff, using straps. I still see people like not using straps where, yeah, like the grip strength is the limiting factor, and therefore you can't maximize, yeah, like back tension in a way completely. So that is why using straps on latchet every back movement is key, and also on RDLs and things like that. So yeah, I'm going to do reverse drop sets on those. So this means I do like an 8 to 12 rep max first. This is my first set, so I get also a little bit stimulus into the shorten range in. And then I'm doing 2 more sets, 3 to 4 reps with the same load. Then I increase the load by 30 to 40% and just perform partials all in. So I get somewhat of a stimulus and also within that shortened position, but most of all, I get like a lot in this position. And that's a nice way to manipulate like any machine. I do that also on seated leg curls to get like more lengthened tension and stimulus in a way, because more often than not, all those back movements especially are very heavy here. And this way we can get also a lot of tension in right here. That is the reason why I'm doing it. And yeah, let's get it going. Good V-grip here, this feels very good. I'm a fan of just the V-grip. Like for some people it doesn't feel so good. It's like for people like me with a smaller frame, right? Like my collarbone is not too wide. It feels like very good and natural for me. So usually I like to do like this grip here, like no, full on grip. So this way I can even engage less biceps in a way. And yeah, from there we go. Sternum up, leaning a little bit back, and then rowing back. All right. So that is about 50% of my working weight. And now I add I do like it's with plates. I do like 12 plates for my working set. Now I did like 6. Next set, now I do 8 plates. After this, I do 10 plates. And then it's go time. Very simple, straightforward. That's, by the way, the only warm-up I do. I don't do any like weird aerobic stuff, nothing. And I think this is also a reason, like, especially if your training quality is clean, you don't use ridiculous heavy loads. You are not ready for things like that. You don't need that. Even then, like having that like super half an hour warm up, I feel like it's definitely like a waste of time in a way. And same thing when it comes to mobility and stuff, right? We just wanna like the ranges we work in, that is what we want to have warmed up. And so just doing warm up sets with like the movement we are performing in a little bit, that is, in my opinion, yeah, the way to go. Doing it for like 2-3 years. I did everything in my life, like also like there was super long warm-ups and just a waste of time and a little bit of like, I have to do it in a way. So not needed in my opinion. Now we're going into the final warm-up. They only do like 1 or 2 reps usually on the final one, because I want to save some like strength, right? That's like why it's called warm-up. We don't want to overexert ourselves on the warm-ups. Like the name says, it should just be a warm-up. It should feel super easy. So this way we are primed for the working sets without having any pre-exhaustion in a way. So yeah, here we go, final one. Okay, that is it. You see, nothing hard at all. Having all my strength conserved, and now I do 8 to 12 reps of like 12 plates. This will be the plan. That is it. Whew, one more set after that. Doing good. One thing I changed now since starting this prep, it's like having somewhat shorter rest periods on all the movements. I realized it keeps my focus more in. The performance is the same, and especially on leg movements in a way, it keeps my joints more warmed up. Since on a hack squat, on RDL, I used to rest sometimes like 10 to 12 minutes in between sets. And this might be a reason why also last rep I hurt my hamstring a little bit, that I get a little too cold in between sets again. So now I usually rest like, hey, on this stuff, 3-4 minutes. On leg stuff, maximum 6 minutes at this point, and I have the same performance. Again, keeps you more focused up, the focus higher. It's more time efficient, which is also a nice thing. But most of all, it keeps me also healthy, which should be one of the main priorities, especially in prep when you get super shredded. You are just more fragile. And I'm someone who's in general very fragile. That is why I developed the training style I do have. Also my off season, just because I'm very prone to injury if I'm not careful. So that's why I try to make light loads as challenging as possible. So you gotta find your style, what works best for you, where you stay healthy, where you make progress, and most of all, what is fun to you. Those are the big three things in my opinion. And if all that is nailed down, you make progress, you have fun, you stay healthy. This is the way how you, like, training wise, like, maximize everything outside of like, hey, recovery, nutrition and things. But that's like the training side of things. And one of the things I always have, even if I get very, very shredded at the end, is those two, always two getaways. Germany, I opt for Powerade. I feel it makes a difference to have like some inshore workout in it, because again, like the goal is like not to make the diet as easy as possible. In a way, it's more like as efficient as possible. So this means like you want to put the majority of your calories, especially carbs and protein, around your workout before, during and after, to have the majority there. And this way you are, keeping performance up. But it might be nice to have like a huge meal in the evening, but in my opinion, to keep muscle, all of that, way better to put majority around your training. Dumbbell flat press. I put my feet up, like I got that question a few times, just because it feels better for me in a way. Like it puts my hips, my rib cage in a position where I can better contract work via my chest. That's the main reason why. Like sometimes, like just letting your intuition tell what feels best on exercise is often the right answer in regards to biomechanics and stuff. If something feels or isn't right, it automatically will feel a little bit unnatural. It will feel wrong. And as long as it feels right, like from a biomechanics perspective, everything is in a good spot. So first set with 30 kgs, 10 to 15 reps, 8 to 15 reps. So the first set I go I get 15 reps out of it at RP 10. And then on pressing stuff, my strength declines a lot. So the first set is like 15, and then I get like 11 or 9. It was last week. So at this point, I really don't chase progression too much, like in the deficit, and like I let it come to me. But mostly I maintain it. So let's get it down. One thing with dumbbells, like you see people like pressing super heavy loads, and like they're making like half shortened partial reps in a way. So yeah, this way you can move way more load. I've been there myself. But if you go really all the way down, you don't need that much load. So it's, yeah, a nice thing. All right, guys, you might see me not doing like a full lockout on top. Main reason for that is, as you know, a lot of my followers know probably by now, is like lengthen position is more like, right? The stretch position is more important for hypertrophy than like that squeeze positioning. And also with dumbbells, like there's not like really much tension on top. So just leaving it out makes it also in a way harder, which means I have like zero clustering in a way, right? I can't rest at all, so I can minimize like the load while getting like lower fatigue in with maximizing the stimulus in a way. So that's what it's all about. Guys, now we're going over to my favorite with dumbbell rows, I would say, my favorite back movement. Really love that one, like a single arm leg pull down. It, yeah, really leveled my lats up to the next level, I would say. So now we're going the same thing what we did on the lat dumb rows. First set, my 8 to 12 rep max. So here I suspect I get like the full on 12 reps in, doing it on the right, then I do it on the left. And after this we do 2 sets with the reverse drop set method as before. This will be the plan. Let's get it down. That's it. Yeah, I always try to keep it as standardized as possible. No, like a thing. What often happens is once we're getting towards like RIR, like 2 reps in reserve, like that point where it's get very, very hard, people tend to panic and they switch the movement out to like something completely different. Like the first few reps been very spot on, very standardized, the muscles under fire. And once it's getting hard, like doing all sorts of weird stuff. And this way we're moving the tension, like the fire in a way, away from the muscle. And yeah, and especially the reps, which are very, very important. Like that is like the most stimulative reps, and there we want to keep it as standardized as possible in a way. And therefore, yeah, we're maximizing the gains in the specific muscle group. As you probably also notice, like especially to get the iliac lats fully shortened, I just go at around like here, because this doesn't bring me anything, especially since there's like no tension, right? Because the force comes from above, so like this makes no sense. So I just go at around here, and this way my lower lats are fully short. You can see it like this, like the lower lats is usually the least amount of like humerus next to your body. And when you want to work more like your upper lats, let's say on dumbbell rows, it is going more like here, like for upper lats, and the lower lats is just around here. Ooh. So that's what I mean is like just working within the range of motions, right? Which are where there is actual resistance, where there is tension. That is very important, because just blindly following like the full range of motion doesn't make so much sense when there's like, let's say, no tension on top or like no tension in specific positions. So we just want to work within the active tensions of the muscles in a way. Okay, one more set to go. Then we are done on that one. And then we do incline dumbbell press. Long workout. That's like the first movement. And I think I have like 7 or 8 movements to go. That is it. With like only training 4 days a week. Really enjoy that. Like I look forward to each training session in a way. And like that extra day of recovery really brings me a lot. But this also means I need to have longer training sessions to still get the volume in. And it works greatly for me. If I would train 5 days a week with like that volume what I have today on the upper body session, I will most likely not recover from that. All right, guys, now we're heading over to that, my favorite chest press machine here. I think it's a hammer strength one. I really like it, just feels amazing. And now we are having down 3 sets of flat dumbbell press, 3 sets of incline dumbbell press. So here, as you can see, I just have 1 plate, 5 and a 2.5. So I'm super weak on here now. And I also just work within the 8 to 15 rep range. Just feels better for chest. I feel with a little higher rep range. This way I limit triceps involvement and can really like work in a way better out of my chest. So here we go, 3 sets, and then chest is down. 9 sets in total today. All right. Alright guys, that is it. I'm totally screwed over now. Yeah, after 9 sets I'm feeling quite beaten up. So now the only last kind of hard movement is now right next to me, the T-bar rows. Beautiful piece, I love it. For upper back, the best thing I ever did, and I really believe my upper back, my traps grown from that. It is awesome. You're going to see that in a little bit, and let's go over. Guys, my favorite piece of upper back trap work. It is just amazing. You can like adjust the handles here. They move freely. And yeah, and with the pad right here, you can really squeeze out those partial reps. So again, here I'm doing a reverse drop set, 8 to 12 on this one. And then we're going over to the drop sets. Let's do it. I enter set. Once I don't get it fully shortened anymore, that is the purpose on that first set. I don't go into partials on this one. Just after here. So what I try to do is while looking up, this way I arch my back a little bit. So on upper back stuff, we want to have the back a little bit arched so we can, yeah, like get better contraction in. Like especially with the scap, like we can really squeeze it in a way. On lateral movements, we want to keep the spine more neutral. Down. Alright, this vlog might be super long. I don't know. Like I talk a lot during training right now. So it's my first vlog. Might be shorter the next ones. Getting used to it, right? Like starting. Doesn't mean I'm perfect. And we're going to adapt the longer I do that. Alright, 4 reps. And then into a reverse drop set. Let's get it down. Wow. Nice. No one on drop set is like, can you take the blades away? I would be like, oh, can you add some blades? Woo. Nice, nice one. Now we're going over to dips. My reps activation will be 10 to 15 reps. Then I take like 6 breaths, doing as many reps until I hit 20 in total. Then I go into partials. Nice way here is like, yeah, I save a little bit of glycogen in a way. Like, right, I don't need to do all the work once I get into this effective reps. So it's time efficient, saving a little of energy, glycogen, things like that, and still getting the most out of it. And I put the chain around my neck so I can make it a little bit more chest bias. So this makes me lean a little bit more forward. That is the reason why. On another day I do it just with a dumbbell between my legs. So I'm a little more upright, a little bit more triceps. Only reason why. Let's get it down. Okay, 13 reps. Now we rest a little bit. So I have to do 7 more reps in total. All right, next one, let's go. Only 2, 15. Also really gets your heart rate up. Right, next one. That is it. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Now we're doing side delts with lengthened positioning on the bench, incline, also on my reps, with my reps. Then 3 rounds of muscularity, and then I will most likely end the vlog here, otherwise it's getting way too long. So full day of eating, something like that, will come on another day. Yeah. All right, guys, final movement. While I'm laying down this way, it stretches the side delts, keeps tension within this. Like here, this very heavy, so we're making it very lengthened bias in this way. And that's all my reps. I only need 5 kgs with that. So like 14, 15 on that activation, and then another 2, 3 my rep sets, and then we are done with it. Let's go. This was 14. Okay. Yes. Oh, okay, done. Oh. 14, 3. So by the way, one thing I also don't do is like if I get like this arm 14, 3 in, I don't really try to have the same reps on the other arm, same for biceps, triceps, because yeah, some arms or also on lats, some side is like stronger than the other side. So what can happen if you try to match the reps, like forcing it, that you like change up your execution on the other side. So you have 12 on this, and on this side you technically would only be able to get like 11 in. It means like you would use momentum, like you would change something on this other side to get also that 12 reps in. I mean, like if it happens while keeping it standardized, that is fine. But I try to just hit RP10 on both sides, and it doesn't matter like how many reps I get in. So on this side, I need to be always a little careful here. I can't stretch it too much because my left shoulder, man, I injured it 7 years ago or something on when I was benching 100 kg. And even to this day, like that is the thing, right? With like injuries, sometimes they haunt you your whole life, and you need to be a little bit careful. So on this side, I don't stretch it too much. So I be a little bit more leaned in just to keep my shoulder safe. Okay, done. All right, guys, now we're getting the posing down. So I do 3 rounds. Muscularity after training is just nice, like with a pump on at the gym here. And yeah, holding the pose for about 10 seconds. So like in this vlog, I will put in like a real round so you can see where the physique is at. I'm right now about 4 to 5 kg above stage weight. So there's still a lot to come off like everywhere. So right now it's a physique where I would say that is like if I wouldn't bodybuild, I would roundabout be like holding this kind of body fat year round. If my goal wouldn't be like competing, progressing, improving, it would be even a little bit leaner than that, I assume. So yeah, that is right now still like that easy going spot where my body feels happy and good, but soon like 2 kg below that and it will get very hard. So yeah, let's get the posing down. So, all right, guys, training session done, posing done. So I end this vlog right here. This was my full-on upper body session. My other upper body session is honestly just delts and arms. So here I do like back, chest, primarily, and also a little bit of the other stuff. So it's a very long session. My favorite session. I really like that one. And yeah, now we are done. Tomorrow it's RDL day. And then on the weekend, 2 days off. So heading home now in a bit. Post-workout, more work. And that is it for this one. Thank you if you watched until here. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see like more stuff. I will give my best to upload a lot of that, like a lot of prep X Bangkok Thailand vlogs and keeping it from here. So make sure you like it. Any comments, any questions in regards to my training, just feel free to ask. And yeah, from there we go. See you soon.